NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. On the return, Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Washington.
On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Washington first down.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Play action this time with Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
McCann's kick up and good. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Raiders nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Love now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Flush to his right. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Love, they go play action now. Being chased out left. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Hubbard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. To pass, here's Jordan Love. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
To try again after the sack. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second down and 7. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Powerful running, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike 93. 93.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch out. Undercrush.
They'll run it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
First down, going to the air with Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Again, it's Love.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
The kick is good.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Completes this out left to Ruggs.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Hubbard.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
McCann's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a play fake. Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half, you know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
3rd and long for Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care.
It got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Carr will look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Raiders 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On play action, love to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Love. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Following the interception, Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his left. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll let this go deep for runs. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Love now.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Love, they go play action now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
64 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Here's Love.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Love. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a touchdown.
That's caught.
Logan Thomas.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. McCann now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Raiders 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On play action, now Carr, flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Now Carr. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Carr. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Get ready! Get ready!